Yes, I'm enjoying myself. I mean, the project I'm working on is so fulfilling, so fulfilling, so fulfilling. I mean, it's like, I can't believe. All right, so this is utter me, right? I'm just talking about what I'm doing right now. What I'm going to do right after I finish recording this, I'm going to finish a section of something I'm working on, right? Like, there's pieces you have to do in the project. You got lots of different pieces, and I'm managing all of them right now myself, like completely, like all the positions involved in this project. I'm like, I don't have the money to pay anybody anything right now. It's like, oh, I'm going to do it. And what I'm doing is I'm about 25% through the most important beginning point for the project, right? It's like, oh, for things to happen the way you want them to happen, they have to happen in a certain order. The same way as putting words together in a sentence for it to make sense. It has to happen in a certain order. Certain things need to be there for it to even function as a sentence, right? So the project has to happen in a certain order, and there's this monumental kind of beginning, a milestone, whatever you call it. There's different words for it to get the point across, but like seismic is too spectacular a word for this. What I'm looking for. There are seminal. I think that's probably the best word. I used that in a conversation the other day, and I'm like, yeah, there's a seminal moments in different stories, right? It's like something happens that turns the course of the story. So that happens continually in a long story. So the seminal moments keep coming, and so here's a seminal moment in my experience of the project I'm working on. And that is the buried treasure. It's like, ooh, yeah. That's a great thing about buried treasure. Let's use that metaphor and let's dig into it a bit. Right. Let's dig into what it means to have a buried treasure. Well, you analyze this thing laying on the ground in front of you that you've discovered. If it was buried, then this landscape has changed. Because it wasn't buried when I found it. I mean, it was kind of buried. I could have walked right by it. Glad I got a cup of water. Day 4. Maybe still day 3. Just rambling on. Extemporaneously. Just keep the lips moving. All right, we're going to get back to talking about the buried treasure here in a sec. Maybe tomorrow. But I did bring water. It's all... I figured maybe I could get through an hour with that. 40 minutes, 57 seconds in, right? It's just all of this is going to get posted. All of it. It's one of the other criterion for the experiment. It's like, not only am I speaking extemporaneously, but you do not edit the file. I mean, you cut it into pieces and release it in pieces for people who consume smaller pieces, right? Some people consume larger pieces of media. Some people consume shorter pieces of media. So, I mean, eventually the experiment will broaden into other sizes of pieces of media. Like, I have phrases I could just use in 5-second blurts, like what, and then 2 minute, 5 minute, 7 minute. I mean, there's all these different times that people can tolerate. People have different attention spans, and so this I've broken into 2, I think, consumable sizes for people, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, buried treasure. Think about a piece of land where you are walking. It's like, where are you on the planet? Literally, right? walking around on the surface of the planet of Earth. The only planet. Period. Right? That's the planet. That's the entire universe, really, for humans. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll go into science and stuff too. I love science. It's one of my. But so you're walking around on the planet somewhere, and right in front of you, it's like how close? Like it wasn't sticking up necessarily. So you're walking. It's just under the surface, right? Literally, you have to be walking in the exact right path to even see it. If you're literally any trajectory in any other direction, you don't see it. You just are on the right trajectory. You're going this way, going in a particular direction. And it's you either stumble, you either kick the corner of it because the top layer is so thin that's camouflaging it on the horizon. You either stumble on it or you step on it. You land on it. And actually it's just occurring to me that is the sensation, right? This is the first time I'm describing in detail how I felt when I first read that combination of words, that led me on this journey. Not quite 2 years ago, actually. There was a prior event that was a little over 2 years ago, but coming up, not quite 2 years ago, we'll come up upon that anniversary, 2-year anniversary of when my eyes first came across that combination of words. But I landed on top of it and I stopped. So we're talking about a guy walking around. He's like, whoa, my feet are on something that I know is valuable. I just, wait a minute, I'm standing on it. I can feel it under me. You start clearing it off, and you start opening it up, and it's like, whoa. Not only is it a buried gold chest, like a chest, one of those large trunk chests of just most glorious, rare items. You think about those items in that. Why are they rare? Because clearly they're antiques, like they come from antiquity. They've been here undisturbed. Seems like forever. You go into coins with dates on them and you find the oldest coin, and this thing's like, oh my gosh, just the fact that this is the oldest coin quadruples or quintuples its value, and everything else is all super valuable because it's all made of fine metals and jewels. And so that's this glorious treasure that you're standing on. And it's like, wait, you can close it up and look around you. You're standing on it. And I'm like, where am I? What does it take for me to keep standing here? Right? I got to leave it here and go sell all that I have. Now, there's a parable that goes like that. Sell all that I have. The guy sells all that he has, standing on this treasure. He comes back and he does whatever it takes to own everything around this thing. Like, I'm going to buy this field that I'm standing on. I'm going to stay standing on it, and I'm going to build on this treasure so that everybody can see it at some point. It's got to happen a certain way, but I'm the only one who can do it. I'm the only one who can do it? What? Right, that's what happened. Oh my gosh, so I found this treasure. So when you're thinking about that's being an analogy or a metaphor, I've forgotten more things that I remember. Right? That's why speaking extemporaneously may bring me across things that I've known in the past that I forgot, like this instance, metaphor, analogy. So the buried treasure is just a verbal metaphor for a thing I've been working on for the last 2 years. Whew. And it has commandeered my every waking moment. I found a way. I guess. Or the way found me. I'm on this path. that I'm following instinctively, just as the words are unfolding from my lips. The faith that I have that I'm not going to disclose something valuable and important. Ooh, it's like, can I do that? And at least for an hour a week, maybe more, but an hour a week will start. Like, just do a session. Do a session where you get to see the horn rim. These are so scratched up if you did an analysis of these glasses that I have. Oh my gosh, yeah, so we're at, okay. Cut point, maybe. Hello, are we certainly in the middle of day 4. Or at the very beginning of day 5. Oh, yeah, okay. That was end of day 4, beginning of day 5. Yeah. So